I graduated from a church school only. I was not a genius of blueprints. I was a genius of ideas, stubbornness, and faith that an ordinary person deserves an affordable car. My chance and my reality were given to me by America. A country where it doesn't matter where you started. What matters is how far you are willing to go. This is a story about me, about Henry Ford, the creator of an automotive empire. A story of a man who proved that perseverance turns into an industry, into an empire.
Hi, I'm Henry Ford. I was born on July 30, 1863 in Dearborn, Michigan, USA. Look at this tiny clock. See how it moves. I was born in 1863 to farmer parents.
This is my school. I started studying here in 1870. This is where I learned to read, write, and count. I help my father on the farm, but I hate farm work. I'd rather use a wrench than a plow.
Dad gave me this for my paw touch.
Henry disassembles and reassembles the pocket watch given to him by his father.
Did you hear that?
I don't like that noise, not at all.
Feels like something huge.
December 1876, age 13, the main turning point of his childhood. He was riding with his father on a wagon to Detroit when a self-propelled steam road engine by Nichols, Shepard, and Co. overtook them. Henry climbed onto the machine, studied its mechanisms, and later wrote, "That day I realized I would build machines that could move on their own and would be accessible to everyone."
If machines can move on their own, then I'm gonna build one. And everyone should have one.
Henry! I'm pretty sure I turned this thing off yesterday.
Before age 15, Henry creates an electric threshing machine, trying to automate the labor-intensive processes on the farm. ULT text.
Okay, so this is the engine. It barely smokes now, I think.
Well, it works. Sort of. It works, and it nearly killed us. This is just the beginning.
At age 16,
Please take care of yourself.
Henry leaves for Detroit to become a mechanic apprentice. He works in the workshops of James F. Flower and Brothers and the Detroit Dry Dock Company, spending 3 years studying steam engines.
Okay, if this lever goes... Wait, why is it heating up like that? Because you're holding it, kid!
1882, Henry Ford returns to the farm, helps his father, travels as a Westinghouse mechanic, repairing and maintaining machines.
Yeah, I'm back. And everything's still loud. Dad, you hear that?
That's your contraption jerking again?
No, that's not it, probably. This thing is not supposed to move! Why is it moving?
I didn't touch anything, it did it on its own!
On its own! Okay, don't panic. I'm also... Hey everyone, check this out. This part isn't supposed to move, and yet, here we are.
I didn't touch it.
Okay, don't panic. I'm only a little panicked.
This way, careful, watch your step.
April 11th, 1888, married Clara Ayla Bryant, 1866 to 1950. The wedding took place on her family farm. Clara became his main support and lifelong partner. 1891, work at the Edison Illuminating Company. Here he gains access to modern engines and electricity.
Okay, here we go. Real engines, real electricity. Just don't stare at me, please.
This is it. I known it. I'll build machines that move by themselves, and everyone will own one. This is just the beginning. Wow, this thing is alive. Pure power. Just look. Can't believe.
Henry Ford is promoted to chief engineer. Edison notices his talent and his determination to create an internal combustion engine, and he approves of his experiments.
You truly believe internal combustion engines are the future?
They're not perfect, not yet. But someday they'll run better than anything we have now.
I believe you.
Yeah, so I ran the prototype again. My internal combustion engine decided to spit oil everywhere. Edison told me to come in immediately.
If this doesn't start... but it will start. Watch this, friend. It's going to be something.
1896 first car, the quadricycle. Ford builds his first automobile, the quadricycle, featuring for bicycle wheels and a gasoline engine.
Oh, one more clicking. Oh, hold on, little guy. Don't you dare fail me now.
Yes.
You hear that, little guy? We did it! We did it!
Yes! We're going, first time. Hang on, friend. Oh, wow, it's really moving.
Default tech shift engineer at the Edison Illuminating Company, a very solid salary of $100 per month, about $3,700 in today's money. Successfully built and drove his own quadricycle, 1896. Built a second, more advanced prototype, 1898, which he drove through the streets and even used to win a small race. These demonstrations attracted the attention of local businessmen who were looking for the next big idea. After the bicycle boom, August 3, 1899, the founding of the Detroit Automobile Company, Ford signs an agreement with a group of investors led by Detroit's mayor, William H. Mayberry. Initial capital, $150,000, of which only about $10 to $15K was actually in cash. Main shareholders, Mayberry, merchants, bankers, lumber dealers. Ford's share, 1/6 of the stock and the position of superintendent technical director with a $150 monthly salary plus bonuses. Goal, mass-produced like gasoline automobiles for the middle class.
I respect that.
The company rented a former carpentry shop on the corner of Cass Avenue and Amsterdam Street in Detroit. Ford reworked his second prototype into a production model, 2-cylinder horizontal engine. 6 to 8 2-speed planetary transmission similar to the quadricycle, chain drive to the rear. Wheels wooden frame. Carriage-style wheels, body options, a light 2-seat delivery wagon, or an open runabout price. Initially $1,000, about $37,000 today. Later raised to $1,100 to $1,500. Why it all went wrong: too much quality, and too high a price. Ford refused to simplify the design. I will not build a cheap and poor automobile. As a result, the car ended up more expensive than competitors. Ford's was already selling its curved dash in 1901 for $650. The first cars constantly broke down, chains snapped, engines overheated, transmissions failed. Slow production pace a year and a half, 1899 to 1901. The company built and sold only about 20 to 25 cars, exact number unknown, only 3 to 4 survive. Conflict with investor shareholders wanted fast sales and profits. Ford kept spending money on improvements and experiments. He was often absent from the factory, spending nights working on racing cars. In his shed. January 1901, bankruptcy and liquidation. January 12, 1901, the Detroit Automobile Company officially shut down. All assets were sold off for next to nothing. Ford received $175 in compensation and kept 2 of his prototypes. Investors lost nearly all of their investment, about $86,000 out of $150,000. Although the project was a commercial failure, it gave Ford invaluable experience. He learned that investors want profits, not perfection. He learned how to build cars not individually but in small batches. He gained a reputation as the engineer who can build cars, but not make money with them. After this failure, determined to prove he was right, Ford built the famous racing cars 999 and Arrow in 1901, won races, and attracted new investors, including the Dodge brothers. This eventually led to the creation of the Ford Motor Company in 1903.
Guys, this is insane. This thing goes way faster than I expected.
1901, a victory in the race against Alexander Winton, who would later become a rival of Ferrari.
Winton, I'm catching you!
You'll never catch me, Ford!
I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Winton's already laughing. I hate when he laughs.
Henry, don't touch that pipe! It's signed!
Yeah, okay, no touching. Got it.
Ford builds the racing car sweepstakes and personally wins a race against one of the best drivers of that time, Alexander Winton. This victory brought him fame as a talented engineer and helped attract investors. Without it, the Ford Motor Company would never have existed.
This wind always picks the wrong moment. I'll fix that later. First things first.
Looks like you've got something new coming.
I hope so. Really hope so.
1903, founding of the Ford Motor Company. Ford establishes the Ford Motor Company, dreaming of creating an affordable automobile for everyone.
Straight. Feels strange doing this alone, huh?
Take your time, Henry. No rush.
If only the world waited as patiently. We're really doing this?
Henry, the engine is sparking again!
If I sign this, there's no going back. Here she is, the Model T. Just try not to fall apart today, sweetheart. Guys, that's supposed to happen?
Ford Model T, the universal car production period, October 1st, 1908, May 26, 1927, total produced -15,007,033 units, world record until surpassed by the Volkswagen Beetle in 1972. Early version features 1908 to 1914, brass headlights and radiator dark green body, most common color of the first Model Ts, until 1914, wooden artillery wheels with wedge-shaped spokes. Right-hand drive standard in 1908 to 1909, open touring body, the most popular version of the first. Year built at the Piquette Avenue plant. Detroit, where Model T production began. October 1908, $850 touring, $825 runabout. 1925 lowest price, $260 runabout, cheaper than a good horse and buggy. Specification scene, inline 4-cylinder, side valve. 2.9 L 177 Kuin, power -20 horsepower 1908 to 1916, gives 22.5 horsepower 1917 to 1927, top speed approximately equals 65 to 70 kilometers per hour, 45 miles per hour, fuel consumption 13 to 21 mpg, approximately equals 1118 L 100 kilometers. Transmission -2 speed, planetary plus reverse, left pedal, clutch, right pedal, brake. Hand throttle drive, rear-wheel drive, chain drive, until 1919. Later shaft drive, HSS steel ladder frame on transverse. Leaf springs to semi-elliptic springs front and rear.
Okay, well, she's moving, right? Oof. Easy there, girl. I lowered the price, not the quality, I hope.
The price is now just $206. You hear that too?
I told you.
Well, cheap is good. We'll fix the rest.
The Model T remained virtually unchanged for 19 years. It was the world's most mass-produced and cheapest automobile until the appearance of the Volkswagen Käfer Beetle. In 1913, he adapted this idea at his Highland Park plant. First, they installed a simple pull rope line for assembling magnetos, and soon after, the genuine moving assembly line for chassis. The result was staggering. The time to assemble one chassis dropped from 12 hours and 28 minutes to just 1 hour and 33 minutes. Ford himself said, "I invented nothing new. I simply assembled into a single shop the discoveries of others and made them work for the benefit of humanity." Thanks to the assembly line, the price of the Model T began to plummet, while workers' wages rose to the famous $5 a day, making the car affordable even to the very workers who build it.
Okay, almost working, unless it jams again.
Mr. Ford, it's moving faster than we agreed. This isn't normal.
Normal is tomorrow, Bill. Today is chaos.
All right, so here we are. $5 a day. Yeah, it's real.
Mr. Ford, everyone's talking about it.
That's why my hands can't stay still today.
1914, $5 a day. Ford introduces a revolutionary wage of $5 a day, which is twice the average salary. Workers can now afford their own
We may have
automobiles.
gone a bit too far. Mr. Ford! I've been here since 4 in the morning. Back! All of you, back! Well, here we are, 1918. Half the cars in America are these beauties. Whoa, okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. Anyway, progress never sleeps.
1918, the Model T dominates. Half of all cars in the United States are Model T vehicles. Ford becomes a symbol of mass progress. The Model A was already a fully modern car by late 1920s standards. More powerful, more comfortable, more attractive, and safer. That's exactly why, in 1927, when the Model A was first revealed to the public, huge crowds and long queues formed outside Ford dealerships. People wanted to see the new Ford that finally no longer looked like the old Model T.
Yes, shorter hours, but enough work. We hold on, folks.
Sir, what if?
Not the time to panic. It'll be all right.
Keeping the crew hours, well, we hold on.
Sir, nothing will happen, right?
It'll happen, but we'll get through it.
By 1930, the October 1929 stock market crash had already escalated into a full-scale economic catastrophe. Ford Motor Company in 1930 reduced production from approximately equals 1.5 million cars in 1929 to approximately equals 1.33 million, and in 1932 output fell to just 300 to 400,000 vehicles. Despite the crisis, Ford does not lay off workers, he reduces their hours and tries to preserve the team.
Well, here they are, fresh off the line. I keep telling the team we need more rest, but they insist on pushing through the night.
Good Lord, we're building a whole plane in an hour! An hour! Imagine that!
Never thought I'd make machines for war.
Mr. Ford!
1940 to 1945, World War II. The Ford Motor Company produced military equipment, jeeps, trucks, and B-24 aircraft, although Henry himself opposed the war. His factories played an important role in the Allies' victory.
Do you hear that? That little whirring sound? It's not part of the usual checks. Whoa, okay. Maybe I should get someone from maintenance.
He can't lead anymore. It's becoming dangerous.
If we wait longer, the collapse will be on us.
Hey! Who's there?
Grandfather, I'll take over the company. Not because I want to, but because someone has to.
Say it when you're ready, not before.
On September 21, 1945, Henry Ford, then 82 years old, finally handed over the position of president of the company to his grandson Henry Ford II, 28 years old. This became a pivotal moment in the history of Ford Motor Company, saving it from collapse. Family pressure. Wife Clara and Edsel's widow Eleanor, mother of Henry Ford II, issued an ultimatum demanding the transfer of power to their grandson. They threatened to sell their shares, about 75% of the company, which would have led to the loss of family control and possibly bankruptcy. Henry Ford was furious, but yielded. He had always feared outsider taking over the company. Young Henry Ford II, who returned from the Navy in 1943, became a symbol of renewal. One of his first steps was the dismissal of Bennett and the recruitment of professional managers, including the Y.Z. Kids. Under Henry Ford II's leadership, the company quickly recovered. Reorganization, new models, and going public in 1956, this transformed the family business into a modern corporation. On April 7, 1947, Henry Ford died in Dearborn, near the place where he was born. He was 83 years old, but he left behind a great industrial empire.